Hello, 'tis I, Fat Cow. Let me tell you what I think happened yesterday, and the reason that a certain individual started to fall back on their basic rage topics. Old faithful when it comes to raging. Yesterday, Foodie effed up when they went to Wingstop because she made it very evident in her actions and what she claimed to have done that the boil, Cystopia, thank you Unicorn Pondu for that, Cystopia is chef's kiss, that the boil either A, wasn't nearly as bad as she's been claiming, or B, doesn't exist. Which begs the question, why? Why spin this narrative about the boil being something really, really serious and debilitating, or even have a story about something that doesn't exist in the first place? What is Foodie trying to distract us from? What is actually going on? Why no camming up? Why create a narrative that portrays you in such a revolting light? What is actually going on? That's what I want to know. What was she hiding? I can almost guarantee has something to do with her roommate. Because given the narrative that we were told about the boil and the time frame, Foodie wouldn't have been able to sit comfortably in the car. Foodie would definitely not have been able to stand in queues for 45 minutes to wait for the food has the boil actually occurred. The fact of the matter is, I don't think she could have stood in the queue for 45 minutes or 30 minutes anyway. I can't stand in a queue for longer than 10 minutes without having to sit down because the pain in my back gets so severe. I am still here, by the way, guys. So she told on herself by going to Wingstop and being fine. What are you doing? Come on. There's nothing down there for you. Come on. Yep, okay. So she's angry about having given herself away about the boil. And now she's going on about how it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I don't know why it's such a focus of attention. Well, we know why, because you made it a big deal. You made it seem as if it was something, really debilitating. I mean, it's so debilitating that you didn't even cam up. Wee, come here. Okay. Secondly, I suspect, and this is the point of the rage, the reason the rage erupted, was, I believe, you had only one opportunity to get takeout. That was your one allowance for the day, and you felt like you wasted it because you got a small portion. We saw your face when you opened that box and you had 3 little chicken strips. You were furious. So not only did you waste your one fast food allowance of the day on a small portion, which is your Achilles heel, isn't it? You don't care about the quality of food, you just care about the quantity. So it was a small portion and you didn't actually like it that much. So you're hangry. You feel like you've wasted your fast food allowance of the day on Wingstop. And while we're talking about Wingstop, do you know what personally annoys me about some people when it comes to restaurant food and the such? Is that they don't try it before adding salt or seasonings or putting dressings on it. So they don't know what it tastes like, how it was intended to taste, the actual intention. How do you know your food is salted enough without trying it first? How do you know what the flavours are like if you've drowned it in a sauce or a dressing before even trying it? There is so much ranch dressing on those strips and those wings that there's no way on this earth you would know how that food was legitimately meant to taste. You've got ranch with Asian flavours. You've got ranch with mango and jalapeno flavours. You haven't tried the product as it was intended to taste. I mean, at this point, just drink ranch and nothing else. I mean, you're practically existing on 50% ranch dressing as it is. Anyway, that's not the point. So Foodie gave herself away by going to Wingstop, sitting comfortably in the car, by allegedly waiting in line for 40 minutes with no discomfort at all by the sounds of it, because apart from getting sweaty there was no actual complaints about the alleged queuing. I don't think she queued. I think she sat in the car and possibly Salah queued for her. She wouldn't have waited 40 minutes for food. Not stood outside for 40 minutes. There's no way on earth that would have happened. So anyway, she gets home. She's still hungry because the portion wasn't big, and she's angry because she didn't like the food. She wasted her fast food opportunity, and so she's pissed. And the reason I think it was her only fast food opportunity is during a 3-hour live, she didn't have any more takeaway or delivery. And if she was allowed to get more food, she would have got more food. She didn't even have a snack, which is really weird. Not eating, which, you know, falls in with the pattern. When she's on a restrictive diet of any way, shape or form, she rages. So, let's presume she's on some kind of restrictive eating of some sort because of her mood. Do you know what? Maybe the thing the Boyle saga was trying to divert us from was the struggle, the fighting, the crying, the feeling bad for yourself, the everything, the tension that probably went on between Foodie and their roommate about eating, about needing to cut down on their food. The roommate's demanding. I get the impression the roommate is demanding that Foodie tries to get healthy again, or healthier, or just improve, or anything. In fact, just anything, do anything to stop getting ill, to stop things getting worse. Anything. I'm begging you, I'm insisting. And there would have been a lot of tears, a lot of tantrums, and we would have seen it. We would have seen it had she cammed up. I think Boilgate was a diversion from the struggle, the strife, the tension that was going on in the house in the last few days. That's what I think. Just a theory, obviously, but it would not surprise me in the slightest. And she legitimately doesn't actually have anything to be annoyed about, so she reverts back to default rage. Default rage is talking about Shani's children, Shani's pets, Shani's teeth, Yabba's looks, Yabba's relationship, Yabba's Sam's kids' professions, FFG, NADA, reaction channels in general. You know, the usual stuff. The stuff they always revert back to raging about when what they actually want to rage about they can't, which is probably the roommate making them restrict their diet again, probably with ultimatums again. So, because look, last week we had a whole eating better, and then we had a couple of days of the mood being really off because they were trying to eat better, and then suddenly bad food appeared and everything was fine. And no mention of anything happened at all. And then suddenly we get Boilgate. So yeah. She is being made to restrict, and she's furious, absolutely furious, and she's trying because she's been given an ultimatum, and that really doesn't help with the mood. So we'll either get a few more days of this until Salah, the roommate, again gives up because the strife at home is not worth it. I mean, it must be hell. Literal hell. There is no alternative to that, actually, because either he gives in or she does this, and we know damn well she's not going to do this. That's my sewing light. Usually I switch it off before I film, but I had a meh moment. So, in summation, food is hangry. She wasted her one fast food allowance of the day on something that, one, she didn't enjoy, and two, wasn't nearly enough food. And she has nothing to talk about, so she reverted to default rage. There are some rewriting of narratives with regards to he who should not be named. She didn't leave him. She didn't dump him. Ridiculous thing. You can't dump or end a relationship with somebody you're not in a relationship with. He is with Dee Dee. He's still with Dee Dee. The fact he's still with Dee Dee indicates Dee Dee was chosen. She's the preference. Dee Dee's who he wanted. You didn't dump him. You would never have left him. If you could have continued seeing him, you would have. You'd still be with him now. Anyway, not much to say. Both her girls are very busy rewriting history, which is weird. I'm personally of the opinion that if you say something online and it's online, what's the point of saying you never said it? There's actual video evidence of you saying the thing or doing the thing. Girl World is currently try to think of a good word for it, eh? I'm trying to think of a good word for it. Yeah. Such a talkative little thing, this cat. Yeah, it's your birthday this month, isn't it? Yeah, you're going to be 7. Yeah, you're going to be 7. I know. You're a pain in the bum, but I love you. Anyway, in lieu of anything to say that's actually interesting. Bloody hell, interesting. Yeah, I know. I might as well just do a cat video, really. Okay, well, this is my cat. This is Pebbles. She's always 7. She's got a blep at the moment, which is incredibly cute. I like bleps. And she's a very aggressive biscuit maker. And she likes making biscuits on boobs, don't you? Yeah. Yeah. And that's her butt. I'm still weird. I mean, feeling physically weird. Things are just muddling along. I'm finding it very difficult to do this video because of a cat, but I figured this is how my life is, might as well show you guys. I've been working on version prototype 2 of the Circus Freak doll, and it's going alright. I would show you, but my hands are currently okay, they're not currently occupied anymore. Rightio. This is the head thus far. Yeah, I know. And this, look, it's got bloomers and a corset. It's alright. There's 2 cats doing their thing. Squeed! This is all my felt. I need better storage. Anyway, this video was a load of nonsense. I have an entire list of things I've got to get done today. Commissions. I've got to do the prize draw. I've got to do the postage for things I've finished. It's bin day. I hate bin day. Bin day hurts. And I've got to go get groceries. Being an adult really sucks. Anyway. Whatevs. My brain's not braining. Take care, everybody. And I'm really sorry this video is just, I don't know, it's a bit pants, isn't it? I hope I got across what I was trying to get across. There might be some information in there somewhere that someone finds interesting. I have a thought at the back of my head, and I just can't get the thought to formulate. I know I want to say something, but for the life of me I can't remember what it is. Yay to be me, I guess. Alright, okay. Take care.